spawns. He spawns right here. Not down here. Up here. And he also only spawns at night, which is weird. Now, one thing is with this fish, when you have him on your horse, for doing this for Jeremy Gill, make sure you save your game basically right after you catch him, and don't stop for nothing. Even if it's a legendary animal, don't stop for it.
Come on.
Because this thing, when you lose it, it won't come back. It's one of those fish.
Give up already. You're mine.
Thank God.
Oh, you are one fine fish, my friend. Quite a salmon, ain't you?
No, when you get your horse, when it's on your horse, before you get up on the saddle, it don't matter, but I'm doing it now. Save your game. And exit that. Now if it's dark and you're in the snow, it's kind of hard to see. My brightness is up all the way on my TV, and it's still hard for me to see. So I recommend going to your camp. If you have to basically set up a camp if you want to catch this thing. So go to your camp that you set up, and then sleep till morning or noon, whenever you prefer. Make sure the fish is crossed off. If the fish isn't crossed off, then you have to reset it. Give me 1 second, I want to check this. Okay, anyway. Leave your camp. Tear it down. And then when you're ready, I'm gonna go to Strawberry to mail this one because, well, there's a fish that I have to get over at Strawberry yet, so. I know, I'm probably dumb for doing this as Arthur when it would make more sense to do it with John, because the rest of the fish on this list here are in, these here are all in the New Austin area, and the I forget if the largemouth, either the smallmouth or the largemouth is in Owengila, which is in Strawberry,
Yeah, you good, girl?
Valley, but I forget.
Yeah. Hold up.
If you, like me, and you see a shortcut that goes downhill, do not take it with this fish on there, because if you lose this fish and can't pick it up again, you're really screwed. Because this fish isn't like, I tested it earlier. It's not like the long-nosed gar. If you die in a certain spot with that on your horse, and you go back to the spot where you died, it'll most likely be laying there. And I tried it and it worked. So, but I did it with this one on another save of mine, and it didn't work. This fish was nowhere to be found.
Oh, I'm sorry, girl. Yeah.
Well, aside from a few things to put in the journal, but there's only two animals. Well, no, a fish isn't really an animal, but there's only two things that are mainly important up there for some people: the legendary fish
Hold on there,
and the legendary ghost bison, which I'm wearing the ghost bison jacket, I guess, and I'm wearing the legendary white rams chaps.
Good girl.
I'd stop and do that, but when I'm carrying this fish, that's not gonna happen.
We'll put a rock in the middle of the road. Yep.
And one thing you've got to be careful for is that you do not get ambushed when you're carrying this thing.
Okay,
If you
girl,
die
just
during an
a
ambush, God, that's what happened to me on my actual first time I played this. I was carrying this fish, and I got ambushed by O'Driscolls, and I lost the fish. No, oh, dang it, I didn't want to.
No more violence from you, you hear? I'm ready if you try anything. As long as you can cover postage. It'll be there before you know it.
Alright. Now after you send it, just look back up there on the map, make sure it's still crossed off. And if it is, you don't have to worry about it ever again. unless you want to go and catch it again, but that's up to you, not me.
Thank you for your help. Come on, girl. Okay there?
That don't smell pretty.
All we ask is you give us a chance.
Always. We got some fine transportation for you here, sir.
I'm gonna go catch this. I think this one's a smallmouth or the largemouth. I don't know which one this is over here, but I know there's one. I know there's this one over here. Now I know that there's a legendary rock bass over in the San Luis River over in New Austin, and then there's one in Tall Trees in Aurora Basin. I believe that's a smallmouth.
Whoa, man. Easy, whoa. Stay. Let's see if anything's biting.
Is that the right fish? I don't fish at this spot very much. Yep, this is it.
Ho ho, you are one fine fish, my friend.
I think. Yep.
Afraid you're
Okay, so
staying
this
with
is the smallmouth. So then, the largemouth will be over in Tall Trees then.
me.
For some reason, this one never never puts the X on it, even though there, now it did. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
This one's a little bit like the salmon. It's annoying at times. It is. This is another one of those that get it to the post office and you're good.
Yeah.
So for those of you who haven't completed the Jeremy Gill mission, there's only 3 or 4 fish that you get as John, and then there's a bunch that you can get as Arthur. There's the legendary smallmouth, which is over here in Owengilla. There's the sockeye salmon, which is over in Lake Isabella, which is up in the snow. Then there's a legendary chain pickerel that you can get over by Valentine, and it's beside Limpany. And there's 2 in the swamp. There's a long-nosed gar.
Out of the way.
Watch yourself.
There's also a legendary muskie over by Van Horn.
Will you move?
The other one over in the swamp is a legendary lake sturgeon, and then there's another one over by Sisika, which is a legendary bullhead catfish.
Relax, I got it, son. Ah!
Idiot.
Whoa, now, I don't want anything to do with masked folk, you understand? Take that off.
It's fine. Okay, then.
Okay, much better now. Ain't that right?
There. Now, when you catch all the fish, as Arthur, well, I'll show all of them on the map real quick, but, so there's this one, here. There's this one. Down here is the chain pickerel. Over here's the legendary bluegill. Over here's the legendary lake sturgeon. Over here's the legendary long-nosed gar. Over here's the legendary bullhead catfish. Over here's the legendary muskie. Over here's the legendary perch. Over here's the legendary steelhead trout. You know, Crazy Run, there's a legendary fish, but it's not one you can actually catch yourself. It's something to do with a mission. I'm not gonna spoil it, but why am I wanted dead or alive here? Anyway. That's about it for the fish that you can catch with Arthur. Now, there is, if I'm in tall trees, I think I am, there's a spot called Aurora Basin, and there's the legendary largemouth up there. Then in the San Luis River, there's a legendary rock pass. And then, the legendary channel catfish I'm not gonna spoil.
Well, you could blow me down.
Still breathing. Better than you could ask for.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Just get out of my way. You should run away.
I've done nothing to offend you.
Always welcome at the...